Tonight, Antropol teachers have had it with deplorable working conditions and say school's out on Friday. A major disaster is averted at the RC Boys School after classrooms were flooded, causing an electrical hazard. And a veteran educator and former politician, Gaspar Chalmine, is laid to rest. We have the details of these stories and more coming up.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News with Lovelace and Amy Joseph.
Good night. It is Friday, the 18th of October, 2019. Welcome to the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. We're on Floor Channel 117, also being simulcast on KISS FM. You can also watch via our website. It's www.caribbeanhottv.com or watch on our free Caribbean Hot FM mobile app. I'm Lovely St. Amy Joseph. Thank you for joining us. On Friday, information reaching our news desk indicated that yet another set of teachers were taking industrial action over unsuitable working conditions. Earlier this week, it was teachers of the Gordon and Walcott Memorial School taking the decision to abandon classes. This time around, it's teachers of the Antropol Secondary School who say they've had enough. The principal of the school spoke briefly to our cameras about the situation, which he says necessitated that the teachers return home. He says they fell ill.
This morning, I was informed by my staff that they would like to call the union in to discuss a matter, and permission was granted. Following the meeting, the staff members came to inform me that they were not feeling well and they would like to proceed to their homes. At which time, I informed the ministry of the matter, and the ministry then informed me that around 2:20 I should dismiss the students, which I did, and now the school is closed.
That was principal of the Antropol Secondary School, Arthur Scott. He says teachers are eager to hear from the ministry with regard to bringing resolve to the situation at the school as it relates to health and safety. A freak accident at the RC Boys Infant School on Thursday, the 17th of October, demanded the closure of the school come Friday. Officials say water seepage from a dilapidated guttering led to flooding of 3 upstairs rooms. Quick response by the school's principal saw the shutting down of electricity to ensure the safety and security of students who were still on compound during the incident. Solange Alfred tells us more.
As torrential rains battered the island on Thursday, 17th October, the impact proved to be too weighty for weaknesses within the infrastructure at the St. Aloysius RC Boys Infant School. Principal of the school, Winnekage King, explains the closure of the school on Friday, 18th October, was in direct response to the school's susceptibility.
Yesterday afternoon, with all the inclement weather, at about 4:45, I was called upstairs to see that our guttering had been compromised and we had water flowing into 3 of the rooms upstairs, 2 classrooms and our staff room. We tried to get into the classrooms to assess the situation. When we did in 2 of them, we noticed that they were flooded. We were flooded up to ankle deep. When I returned downstairs, we realized that water had actually dripped from upstairs, was running from upstairs and had gone into the kitchen, but it was running along one of the conduit lines. That being the case, we decided we were going to shut off all the breakers. Just before we did that, the janitor told us that she had seen a stream of electricity running down the railing, which would have been very near where the water had accumulated. So we shut down the breakers. I called the EO to let her know what was happening with the school. She advised me to call Lucilec. We did that. Lucilec came in and they cut off the electricity supply. As such, we have no electricity. And this morning we have the teachers helping to clean up because a lot of water has seeped in under the tiles. And the rooms, including the boys' bathroom, is really not suited for the children to be on the compound.
With safety and security of the students who remained on compound being top priority, King says the necessary measures were implemented to keep students away from the compromised area, as well as contacting parents and guardians for urgent pickup of their child or ward.
Did have a few students on compound. These students had been involved in some after-school activities. We sought not to close down the activity because we had to keep the children safe. We didn't want them running out in the rain. So they were in the classrooms, and when we heard about the electricity running down the stairs, after shutting off the breakers, we had all the children to come outside. They were being supervised by teachers. We called in their parents. Unfortunately, most of these parents who were late in coming to pick up the children had been stuck in traffic. So we waited.
King says barring inclement weather, the St. Aloysius RC Boys Infant School will resume classes on Monday, 21st October.
Sometime today, we expect ministry officials to come in to assess the situation. They have to issue a certificate so that Lucilec can reconnect us back to the electricity supply. It's a first-time issue. It's just a freak accident that happened, and we are trying our best. We are working with the ministry. I've been in constant contact with the DO. She is in constant contact with ministry officials. So everybody's doing whatever it is we have to do to ensure that we are back in school on Monday.
Teachers of the RC Boys Infant School were present on compound on Friday to assist with cleanup efforts of the rooms which were flooded out. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Solange Alfred.
This is Hot 7 Breaking News.
Police are investigating a shooting incident in Car Streets Friday afternoon. That has left one person missing injuries. According to police reports, a security guard was shot and injured during a robbery at a gas station in Balata. The victim is so far known as Bruce. No additional information was immediately available. We will provide more information in a subsequent report.
Rainwater rendered the city of Castries impassable in low-lying areas on Thursday. As a result, heavy traffic was experienced in the flood-prone city, as well as temporary loss of electricity and water damage to one school within the Castries Basin. Director of the Met Services, Andre Joyer, says the worst is over as a gradual improvement of weather is expected.
The city of Castries on Thursday, October 17th, fell victim to heavy rains, causing for a treacherous passage for both motorists and pedestrians. The heavy rains came with thunder and lightning, which wreaked havoc on electricity lines as well as vulnerable infrastructure, as was the case with the RC Boys Infant School. Director of Met Services Andre Joyer provides the details surrounding the tropical wave which affected the island.
A strong tropical wave affected us yesterday, dumping 59.6 millimeters over the Castries area and 21.4 millimeters over the Vieux-Fort area. And because of this, we got some flooding in Castries. We are going for cloudy skies right now, and with a gradual improvement as the day goes on. The wave has moved across the islands and is right now to the west of us in the Caribbean Sea.
Joyer says the worst is seemingly over with the passing of the tropical wave. However, levels of inclemency may still be noticed over St. Lucia.
We expecting lingering moisture to continue to affect us, so we are going for a few showers and a slight chance of isolated thunderstorms.
The flooded streets of Castries has drummed up issues regarding drainage problems affecting the island's capital. Meanwhile, the National Emergency Management Organization, NEMO, continues to advocate for a continued state of preparedness for any eventuality. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Solange Alfred.
Now we spoke to members of the public, in particular vendors of the Castries market, about the issue of flooding and what, in their view, can be done to address the problem.
It may be so that people are throwing plastic and so on, and the government has not really done anything about it. But the thing is this, we had a lot of rain yesterday. That was a lot of rain, so that could be expected. But anyway, the government and the people will have to do something about avoiding the flooding, because it's only in certain areas in Castries we get the flooding.
Si pot nou le place la salle, because si you can keep bokai net, you supposed change villa net, whatever wherever you go, you have something to throw, do not litter on.
Fort nou. Yeah, because when you can gagne bagay papier tout kali bagay, you can just at typical canal like a block canal. So canal la pas free. So therefore you obligé vivre, obligé vivre.
I think he's right in one way too, but the government should also have people to actually clean up the mess.
In fact, I believe it's both our faults, because one, in terms of the government, well, they do not provide proper places to throw your garbage. I mean, the garbage bins everywhere, they're kind of small, so that's not really holding anything. So obviously, that will clog up the gutters. And two, we ourselves, we don't take any pride in our country. We throw garbage every and anywhere, so obviously that will cause a lot of drainage.
And the government not doing enough, especially, that town, even before 1948, that town was there. But the thing is that already, because especially the people that was there, they wasn't experienced as us. And we come now, as a younger generation, we know better than the people that was there before. Those drains have to dig out, especially those culverts they have in town. Remember, they used to have them small little things. They have to cut the road, cut it, especially by that courthouse right there. They also have some small little culvert around. Those things too small, cut the road. All them small little culvert, especially by the city council. All those places there by Valmont. Those little things crossing going by Valmont, them little holes I see in by the Lacroix bus stand. That road need cutting. Couper chemin, they mette block débordage like mette make them slabs and cover it. And I tell you that we're too nasty. And those plastic, make sure you're all serious about it, because you all know, you all tell us about 2 months, 3 months, but make sure you all take it everything out.
The flooding yesterday, as many of the floodings in the past, we cannot blame government 100%. Because for example, I'm going to take the Marchand River. When somebody go take a fridge, an old washing machine, and throw in that river, you must expect to get flooded. So the fact that the government might not be taking evasive action to see that is not done, they may be questioned, but it is not the fault of the government.
Bon, le trois mal bon. Oui. Bon, bonne raison. Because depuis on mange bah la couverture en jol de carburéteur. Except ici pas jamais de mal propre, because toujours mal propre. Côté aller mal propre. Des pays en un bon petit pays. Et bah ça dit rien pour toi, but nous c'est ici tout mal propre.
Those were your views. This is the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. When we return, the Raise Your Voice St. Lucia president raises concern about the safety of hotel staff, particularly females who work the night shift. One minibus association president says tensions between police and minibus drivers have been high for some time. And a St. Lucian woman who the world saw being tackled to the ground and manhandled by police in Dallas speaks out about police brutality. We have that and more coming up after the break.